Always great chemistry between the three of us, Curt Schilling, Tim Kurkjian, and Adnan Virk. A different, more fractious relationship between Major League Baseball and Pete Rose. It's going to be a surreal scene, Tim. Certainly, Rose is beloved here in Cincinnati, but as a historian of the game, is this good or bad for baseball that Pete, who's banned from the game, is going to come out here and take center stage?
Well, I think it's okay because it's Cincinnati, and this is his hometown, and these people here still love him, and they have a right to on a certain level. He brought tremendous joy. He brought head-first slides. He brought rings here, and he gave this team and this town a great identity. Now, nationwide, there's a whole different view of him. This is one night where Cincinnati gets to cheer for Pete Rose, and I think they're going to, and I'm not going to have a problem with it.
I'm not going to have a problem with it because I think Cincinnati, it's just Pete Rose is Cincinnati. You think about the 70s and the greatest players in the game, he was the guy. And I've known him for a long time. I played with his son a little bit. Good guys. But I'm kind of tired. I don't know if tired's the right word, but he's been the centerpiece, the center story in places. At the Hall of Fame weekend, every year there's a big story about Pete Rose. He's a Hall of Fame player, but I think there's just been, every time we've been told kind of a Lance Armstrong, I promise, it's been a lie. And I don't know that we're done, and that's frustrating.
He's a lot like that Green Day song, a walking contradiction, right?
Wow. Little Casey Kasem right there. I like it.
I thought I'd mix it up for you. For Curt Schilling, Tim Kurkjian, and Adnan Virk, it's going to be an event when Pete Rose comes out here from Great American Ballpark.
Rose dominates headlines at All-Star Game. They were lined up 5 or 6 deep on the ballpark's center field concourse, just below the tall smokestacks, under the afternoon sun. A crowd had gathered a few hours before the All-Star Game at Great American Ballpark, everyone leaning in and peering past the lights and the cameras and at the makeshift TV set, where 3 powdered men looked down at blue cards and mumbled to themselves. 2 middle-aged men rocking old-school V-neck Reds pullovers stopped in their tracks. "Hey, is that? Pete Rose is 74 now. His famous mop is now a thinning swath-colored and impossible hue of brown, his face sagging and jowly. The bright lights here are not kind. He was the best hitter?" a young boy in a Todd Frazier t-shirt asked as he looked on. Pete Rose fans, like, share and subscribe.